Hey everybody, welcome to the Atlanta Dreamin' Podcast. This is ENFP Hoops Joshua, joined as always by Amber Wrights.
What's
And
up?
as always, we have a lot to talk about. We're going
So
to
much.
start with talking about the Dreams. Uh, we're going to talk about those last two games.
Mhm.
We're going to talk about Rupert coming back, what those lineups would look like. We're
Mhm.
going to do theoretical 3-on-3 lineups for each WNBA team, and then we'll end with our updated power rankings. And then, as always, we'll have shenanigans we didn't plan and stuff. So,
Of
yeah.
course, because that's what we do.
Yeah. How are you feeling about the Dream, first off?
Well, I still feel okay because honestly, like we showed what we were capable of the previous week, and I have all faith that we can get back to that. This week wasn't as it wasn't as great, but I'm
Mhm.
still confident that we can get something to shake. So I'm still feeling okay. I'm not really happy about our showing against the Liberty. But I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, I agree. And hey, Lakin, and yeah, it's tough because we had that 3-game stretch where I thought we were just going to turn it on and if like we had turned a corner in our season.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, those two
Mhm.
games were really tough. Especially the most concerning thing to me, I don't know, like not having a plan, like the
Yeah.
I don't know, like the 3-point defense especially because I again on
Oh my
losses I can't
God.
watch the whole thing sometimes, but
Mhm.
again sometimes, but yeah, it was
Mhm.
really hard. Like and it
Yeah.
wasn't just one player, like it was multiple where like
It was so
they
many
should have picked it
Raptors.
up and
Mhm.
yeah. And like we've
It was
talked about
rough.
all season long, we know what we're capable of.
Mhm.
And yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping I did like Tanisha's speech on the refereeing and stuff. I get it. It
Mhm.
wasn't we were already down by a lot, unfortunately, when the
Mhm.
incident occurred and stuff, but she was right. It's been happening all season. We will get into another game which I thought was the worst ref game of the season once we get into our power
Mhm.
rankings.
We will
But
talk about it.
yeah, it hasn't been great. And the Amir play, I don't like watching it over and over. Don't like before I thought it was more malicious. Watching the replay and being of cooler mind, she did not do it on purpose. But was Coach right that it should have been a flagrant two? Yes, because it
Mhm.
was a reckless play. I see why she was upset, even though it wouldn't have changed
Mhm.
the impact of the game. Like, sorry, the outcome
Mhm.
of the game. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, I like that she stood up for her. I also like the
Yes.
me here getting minutes in the first place in the first quarter for the first time this season. Um,
Mhm.
our big three are feeding off of each other. That's
Yes.
totally happening for a few
We
games now,
love
so
that.
that's great. Exactly. And then, yeah, last time it was just bench production for us, like these last couple
Mhm.
games. They're because
It
that
hasn't been
winning
great.
streak, we had multiple people step up at different times. Like we could count on them. Like
Mhm.
if our starters like weren't clicking, like there were different people. Like AD would knock down some shots. Nia would hit a corner three.
Mhm.
Like
Yep.
and we've been missing that during this losing streak and everything.
Mhm.
So before we jump into repair, um,
Mhm.
you know how I was going to go into a project of like 19 falling behind by 19 in the past and stuff. I didn't go
Mhm.
as dramatic, but I would like to
Mhm.
point out I am not concerned as much about Haley minutes, but allowing her to
Mhm.
get comfortable, which obviously involves minutes too.
Yes.
But when Haley
Absolutely.
Jones scores 8+ points,
Mhm.
we are 4-0, and we are
Hmm.
outscoring opponents 90.3 to 81.5. So that's a plus 8.8 difference.
Hmm.
When she does not score 8 points, you can see where this is going because you know our record. We are
Mhm.
1-7 when Haley Jones does not score 8+ points, and we are outscored
Hmm.
81 to 91.8. So a difference of 10.8 points.
Wow.
So again, like we've talked about, Haley isn't everything.
Mhm.
Obviously, we're nothing without our big three. Like, they're going to be the ones to carry us.
Of course.
But when Haley is clicking, the offense moves smoothly. Like, when she's feeling confident, she can pick up the pace. She can make, like, smart reads. And, yeah.
Exactly.
So, again, like, if her minutes decrease, I understand. I like D-Rob coming back. But we have to make it so she's still fully in the game and everything. Because, yeah, she did play a big difference in that winning streak for us. She made plays, including sinking three-pointers that people were telling us wasn't in her bag. And we knew because we got reminded watching replays of her and stuff. And Todrick, I think it was Alicia that said, like, she's not concerned about the home record. Like, it's just, lapses. Not as much consistency and everything, but this team is good. Do you agree with me? I don't think it's anything to do with home in particular, like us getting nervous or overhyped or whatever. Or do you think there is something to it?
Here's my thing.
Okay.
I want, especially, this is with any team, the home record needs to reflect that consistency, I'll put it like that, because I feel like when any team plays at home, this is any team, they should have at least a winning record, or at least like dead even. That's just me. I feel like you protect home court and if you play in front of your fans, you should win or want to win. Now, knocking what Alicia said, I mean, you don't want to worry about it.
Though.
Yeah,
and our
you don't
arena
worry
is
about
rocking
it
this season. I have no
it's
complaints.
Always, yeah. But like you want to win in front of the crowd, but like, I mean, it is what it is right now at this point. But like, yeah, the atmosphere is great. It's just like we need to get those wins. I'm just I love when home teams rep for their home. So that's just me.
Obviously. So do you notice a difference in play?
Do I notice a difference? Not really. I don't personally. I feel like they could go, like, I won't say, you know what, the home crowd also, because we're Atlanta sports fans in general are not really, like, people like to call us fair weather fans and stuff like that, but we've been disappointed a lot. Just put it like that. It isn't always like we come into games like ready to cheer, no matter, like, it is what it is. Like, we just trying to see what's gonna happen, and then we more locked in as fans. But I feel like we as fans could bring up our end of the bargain as well. It's not all on the team. You have to go hard at all times. Personally, that's just how I see it. Cause like it starts off kind of like, let's see what happens, and then if it goes great, great. If it goes bad, then we just go stone cold, and that's crazy. That's crazy to me, but it goes on both sides. So I can't fault the players for, not pulling it out all the time.
Okay. And correct me if I'm wrong on this, something I just thought of. Like, on the road, like, you're up against it anyway. Like, the atmosphere stays the same and a little more on the home team's direction, but it feels like it's easier to come back because as soon as you start getting on a run, you feel the crowd getting quieter and everything. Like, you're playing like that villain role and stuff. When you're at home, when you fall behind, like, you feel it, and like, if you make a comeback, like, they're going to erupt and everything, but it's hard getting to that point. Like, you're feeling the atmosphere just changing everything to where it was really hyped at first, and trying to bring that energy back, and then that maybe forces players to take it on themselves more and everything. So I don't know.
But yeah, we gotta hold our end of the bargain as well as fans, because I feel like it could be way more lit to start through the finish, because the atmosphere is great. They set the atmosphere, and it's a great atmosphere. But I must say, a lot of fans don't be trying to like jump in there like they should. Just saying.
Yeah, and winning would help, like you said. Like
Mhm.
nothing to do with fair weather or anything. Like if you're falling down like we do, like that takes the crowd out of
Mhm.
it. When we've had
Yeah.
our times when, yeah, we fall
Mhm.
down by 19 plus and everything. So
Yep.
yeah, can't take that. And
So
even Coach Wright brought up that 19 number. It's not just
yep.
me. Like she brought it up in one of her
Yeah.
pressers too. And
Mhm.
I hope it's something we can laugh about later. And
Yeah.
yeah,
I
but
feel like it
right
would
now
be.
it's tougher. And we got some
Mhm.
really important series. Like, I don't know. I think it's kind of fitting that it's series against teams because this is going to go a lot towards our playoff implications and everything to me. Like, we're getting to the point where we're getting kind of close to halfway. All-Star breaks approaching and everything.
Mhm.
And we have 2 games against the Mystics, 2 games against the Sparks.
Mhm.
Both of those teams are probably playoff teams. And then 2 games against the
Mhm.
Sky, who we want to be a tier above. So I think this is a crucial 6 games for us. It's not going to determine the whole season, but
Mhm.
I would like to go to 500 at least.
At least that would be great for us if we get break even. But I would love to get 2 wins on any of the teams, to be honest. Just
Me
saying.
too.
Mhm.
Probably play. You never know what's going to happen. But yeah.
Mhm. What's up, Terrence?
Hey, Terrence. But let's move on now to.
Mhm.
I want to talk about 2 lineup changes that might be happening. One we haven't heard of.
Mhm.
Actually, both of these things we haven't heard anything. So Rupert's
Mhm.
tournament ended on, I think the 24th is when she got eliminated. The Eurobasket
Mhm.
ended officially on the 25th. So she
Mhm.
should be able to join the team by Wednesday, I would think. I don't know how many minutes she would play, but that's
Mhm.
still 2 more days down the line. But I haven't heard of anything of her being back. I haven't seen any content.
Mhm.
I don't know if you have.
I
Um,
haven't either.
so, but like, I know she'll probably rest and stuff at first, but she's going to be coming
Mhm.
back really soon. Like, I would
Mhm.
honestly be surprised if we don't make our roster decision by Wednesday. So right now
Mhm.
we have 12 players. Obviously, unfortunately, we can't have more than 12. There's no practice rosters, no reserves, da 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 da.
Mhm.
Who do you let go of? Or do you make
I
a trade?
say, now the trade makes it interesting, but if I'm gonna just go in there, kind of rip the band-aid off, I guess I would go with probably Mike Hill,
Yeah, she's had the fewest
because that's
minutes, so
yeah, she's the
I
easiest
would
to
not
get
cut
rid of.
AD. Nah, they've had some good moments.
Nah, you can't cut AD at this point. AD's played too well. But yeah, it'll probably be Mike Hill if I had to cut somebody. But if I had to trade somebody, it would either be probably. Well, I hate to say this, but probably Monique or Nia, and I would hate it. I would really hate it. It
And
would
that's
be
what
too
I'm
rough for
struggling
me.
with because our
Mhm.
front court depth is
It's way
like
too
that's our
solid.
biggest. Yeah, it's way too much. I agree because we cannot distribute the minutes. But I was trying to think of
Mhm.
trades, and I'm really struggling. Another reason why I
It's
was
too
struggling
hard.
is teams are up to the cap. Who would
Mhm.
want them and everything? Because someone like Raquana Williams would be really interesting out of the Aces. But what would the Aces possibly want?
Mhm.
I don't think they want anybody on our roster.
It
I
ain't
would
gonna happen.
like to go
It did
after
not happen.
someone like Han. I hope the Sky
Mhm.
continue tanking, and maybe we can go after one of their players and stuff. But yeah,
That'd be
I
too
just don't
hard.
know. When I tried to think of trades, I couldn't think of one
Mhm.
that made sense. The
Yeah.
Sparks?
The Sparks, that would be kind of
Yeah.
interesting, but
But who
because I
would
feel
the
like
Sparks even trade?
exactly that's the hard part. That's the hardest part.
Dana to the Dream. But I don't feel like, I don't know. The one isn't our issue, though. But
Yeah, we'll be
I'll get
locked
into that
in
in the
with
power
him.
rankings, though. I am going to bring that up
Yeah.
because as a concern, I
Mhm.
tweeted about it earlier. But yeah,
Mhm.
I just don't know. Like
Right.
I can understand wanting to get an experienced shooter with us, but I don't know what that trade will involve. And like you said, it would suck because there's no one like Monique's been stepping up her game lately. Like people have had moments. There just hasn't been anybody that's risen above consistently every other player to be getting like 25 to 30 minutes a game at the 4. Like I can understand why Coach Wright hasn't completely committed even to the starter Nia, who she says like is the defensive anchor, and understand. But then there's offensive
it's too hard
spurts and stuff. And so I honestly don't know. And then Rupert comes back. How is that going to impact the minutes if we just get rid of Mike So and everything? So I don't know. I'm just very curious to see what this looks like. On the other end, this is around the timetable when Aerie was supposed to be coming back. Like they said, I believe 4 to 6. Was it 4 to 6 weeks?
I thought it was like 3 to 4. I think it's 3 to 4.
3 to 4. Yeah, you're right. So this is right around the time. Like with D-Rob, I knew she was going to be coming back early because we were seeing her in practice footage on social media. Like when she came back, like it wasn't too shocking. But yeah, it's a little concerning. We haven't heard anything, and I'm hoping we're going to hear about that really soon, hear about Rupert really soon. And I was going to bring this up a little later, but I'm going to bring it up now with you. I want to talk about like the rise of 2-guard system, like 2 ball handler systems that we're seeing on a lot of good teams.
And I must say, it works if you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
Exactly.
Because like I feel like a lot of guards benefit from having another guard that's a ball handler as well. If you look at the Aces,
Jordan
they do
Canada
extremely well.
It's the primary one to me.
Listen, I was gonna get to them because Jordan has been killing it when she's had another guard, another point guard. Like even dating back to AU when she was playing with Odyssey Sims, that was like a brilliant pairing. So many guards benefit that way. So I'm just saying, like, it might need to be a thing here. I don't know.
I agree. Like the last championship team, Chelsea Gray, Kelsey Plum, New York. Unfortunately, you got Sloot. I can't remember their name, and then Johannes. So you got multiple ball handlers there and everything. Like the top teams, Connecticut even. Like actually, no, they're a little. Yeah, no, they're exceptions. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
I was trying to continue. It's not there.
It's not that one. Not that one. But
even Washington a little bit. Like Slim and Tosh honestly feed off of each other when things are going right, and someone isn't trying to shoot too much. It honestly happens sometimes. So, yeah,
it does. It can work,
and that's why I think, like, obviously starting lineup. Haley, Aerie, and Alicia is what I want. But coming off the bench, I would not mind like a Haley Aerie system because she was having her best passing season so far and everything. Like she had one game with 7 assists. I think it was against the Aces. Like,
and she could go to her natural.
It's been working. Exactly.
It could work.
So
I can see the vision. I definitely do.
So guard position, I feel a little better, but again, the front court minutes, I just.
It's hard.
I don't know how that's going to work with Rupert, and it's going to hurt some feelings on
it's going to be bad.
Minutes being cut even more. Because she came to us because the Aces told her, like she told the Aces she wanted more playing time, so they let her go. I understand if you claim someone off waivers, like it's not a matter of convincing them, you're just the first team to get to them. But I feel like they would have said something, Pat overdrafted her. Back when he was in Vegas. I don't know. I think they're going to make it a priority to give her minutes.
I feel like they should, though, because she's extremely talented. So I feel like they should make room for her, but it's going to suck because somebody's going to get the shit end of the stick.
And that's why I just think there's a trade eventually. That's why, but I don't know what it would involve. So, I don't know. Very curious. All right, and our next game before we move on and stuff, but our next game is against the Mystics. It's going to be 2 games in a row against them. How are you feeling in that series?
It could go either way for me because, like, I feel like the Mystics have kind of had our number the past couple years, and
Definitely.
I mean, they're a tough team, man. They are a tough team, especially defensively. But I mean, stranger things have happened. I believe in my team. I believe they can beat anybody. So I'm ready to go
I
against
agree.
them. It is what it is. We're gonna see
And
what happens when the ball goes
unfortunately,
up.
I hate this. The Shakira
Mm-hmm.
injury made me so sad. She's one of my
Oh
favorite players.
man, yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
that is something we might be
Poor
able to
baby.
exploit if other players don't step
Could.
up for them and everything. But especially
Mm-hmm.
Cheyenne could have a good time. But we don't know.
Yeah,
They
she gonna have a good
obviously
time either way.
they were the only team that shut down Ryan though pretty much the whole season last year. Like this
Mm-hmm.
is a good defensive
That's.
team, and now they have
Mm-hmm.
Slim. Like this is still clearly a
But
top four
here's.
team to me. Oh, I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry. Go ahead.
I was about to say, here's the thing with that though. Even though they got Slim, even though they were able to lock her up last season, the reason they were able to zero in on her is because she didn't have as much help as she has now. Now it's gonna be pick your poison. Just saying. She can get
That's true.
loose. Alicia, Cheyenne. I mean,
And that's the case for any team we play. It's just a matter of it clicking. And then
exactly.
obviously points coming from outside of our big three, which we talked about earlier. I think we can get a split too. So
Yeah.
I
I
definitely
always
want
enjoy
it
that.
before I start just being an absolute, nuisance to you when we play the Sparks. I can't wait to bug you and stuff. I want us to be coming in with momentum. Even though I respect your decision, I still gotta bug you and stuff. So that'll be coming.
You know why? You know why?
I do, and it was
You just
about
have
reasoning.
to throw it back
I'm
in my
still
face
I'm still
every
gonna
time.
tease you.
It's
So
it's
just want
very
to say
valid.
again,
It's very very valid.
I respect Amber for cheering for both teams. So who starts at the 4? I would go Maisha. Oh, I would start her at the 5? Man, it's tougher because then they become more like Amanda Zoe B's like their
Who
only other
starts
true
for
center,
us?
right? Oh, for
You
us.
said who starts for us?
Y'all.
Yeah.
See,
Don't
I
worry,
don't be
Lakin, I
reading full
got him.
sentences sometimes. Who's guarding
Apparently.
EDD? Probably Nia. She's been
I feel
starting
that.
every game, so
Defensively, she's been a monster. So I feel like that's probably the best way to go. But if you put in her and Monique, I feel like they could lock her up, maybe, possibly.
and Nas
I'll
has
say that
had
with a
her
grain of
moments,
salt.
but hasn't been as
Mm-hmm.
consistent. Like she's been more consistent on offense
Mm,
than Monique, but defensively, and even lately offensively, Monique has been a little more consistent as well. Yeah.
like I said, they
Again, I
might be
just don't know what to do.
like I said, they might be running T Hawk at the 4.
You know I love T Hawk, but we would eat that up.
And I do not love T Hawk, and we definitely would eat that up. Just saying. That would be
let me take that
barbecue
back. Whenever
chicken.
I talk trash about someone lately, they go off. So T Hawk, we respect you. We know you can go off in a game and stuff. So we're just I'm not saying that
I'm
before we
standing
play
10
a
toes
team and
down.
stuff.
That's nice. That's nice. Like somebody, no, keep it up. Love it. But anyway.
All right, so let's jump to our 3-on-3 team. So the rules that we came up with, and first of all, why we did this is because the All-Star, I don't think it's fair how it's determined and stuff and everything. I think it would be more exciting if there was a 3-on-3 tournament where each team got to bring 4 players and then they play against each other. I think that would be so entertaining for the fans, for viewing at home. Like, it would be something really fun. So the rules for this, you get to pick 3 starters for each team, and then you have to pick 1 non-starter. So someone that is coming off the bench for this team. You can't pick 4 starters, and the 4th starter comes off the bench. You have to pick someone that's been playing primarily off the bench this season. So with that being said, Atlanta, we at least should be similar. Some of these teams were really tough, and I know some people are not going to like my decisions for some of these teams. So, but the Dream, who do you got as
Hold
your
on,
primary
hold on,
three.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. When
Okay.
did you say that?
Say what?
That one of these players had to be consistently off the bench. You did not say that.
Oh no, I tried to be.
Look, you did not say that. Where did this come from? Where did this come from? Because mine are completely not that. And we did not. That was not in a discussion. Josh should be making up rules on the
So
spot.
this is what I said. I said pick 3 starters and one player that plays a bench role for each team.
That is not what you said. Is that what you said? Well, I can't pull it up right now anyway. Now we want to talk about who not reading. I'm not reading. But anyway.
So we can go or you can just think on the fly because you're good at that anyway. So.
Well, we'll try it. We'll try it out. See how it works.
Okay. So and you can tell me who you put as original. I'll add another starter each time we do this too, and then we can add a bench player component so both of us are thinking on the fly. So,
all right.
The 4 starters, who did you pick for Atlanta?
All right, so for Atlanta, I picked Ryan, Alicia, Cheyenne, and I picked Haley.
Haley? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She would be my 4th too.
Yeah. So I feel like you got to have a guard like that to bring up Greer. But if I had to throw somebody else in there, it would probably be AD.
Okay.
Because
I struggled with this one.
3-on-3. Yeah.
I put Nas. Because I just want her. Like, I know she's our best player she could be our best player at that 4 position. I just still feel like the potential's there, and yeah, I pick her.
It's there. Mm-hmm.
Hi, Steve Zor.
I'm with that. What's up?
Okay, so Chicago, we'll switch back and forth. So mine, and then I'll have to think of a 4th. But my first 3 I picked. I picked Ka. I picked Elena, and I picked Court. Because you have to have a big in there.
Interesting.
And then my 6th was Dana, obviously.
Of course. You have to put Dana in there.
And she has been underplayed, and it's been making me mad and everything.
Yeah, me as well.
I don't think she's played over 15 minutes the last 2 games, and yeah. So.
Which is annoying.
But if I had to pick my 4th, yeah, I told you I've moved in that direction. I was before the season, and then I took that off when they started off well, and now it's back on because there's been too many things. But my 4th,
here we go.
I guess, would be Mabry.
Okay. Well, this is one of the ones I actually I did correctly. I got Kai, Court, Will, and Dana. I feel like Will gonna eat up the boards. She's a stone down there. She might blow a couple of bunnies, but she gonna get the board though.
That's true, and she's gonna block.
Yes, with her whole body. She's gonna sit there.
And Elena Smith, I mentioned in playback to you, but like she hadn't really stood out in anything since college, and she's had a heck of a season. Sika would be fun, but she's barely getting played too. So, but yeah, the 6th player was pretty obvious there. Connecticut, we are taking injuries out of this, by the way. We agreed on that as well. Injuries or people who haven't played this season, which could be relevant. I don't know if it will be in Phoenix or not with someone that hasn't played. But, yeah, Connecticut, who did you have for the 3 and then the person off the bench?
Well, my 3 would have been AT, Dewana, and Bree.
Yeah, that's what I have.
If I had to have my bench piece, my original bench piece was Tip. But if I had to pick somebody else that's actually coming off the bench, it'll probably be Rebecca Allen.
Ooh.
I'm high on
Okay.
her. I don't know what that's about. I really do like her though.
You really have. You've brought her up multiple times. I picked Dejanay.
I like her.
She has been really good
Mm.
when she's gotten more playing time lately. Back-to-back games with
Yep.
15 plus points. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I'm with that.
But yeah,
I like it.
we both didn't pick Tip. But yeah, like she doesn't get in above
I mean, I did.
Bree,
Yeah, I did.
Dewana, and AT. Yeah, the 4 obviously
Mm-hmm.
like Tip. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's one where I struggled. I just didn't
Yeah,
think
that was
she
hard.
had a
That
bigger
was
impact
hard.
than those 3. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
Ono,
Oh yeah.
but
Oh no. Mm.
she still has not been getting the playing time, even with the injuries and stuff. It hasn't gone up as much as you would think, and that
As
bugs
it
me a little
should.
bit. But
Just saying.
Dallas, my 3, I
Mm-hmm.
think it was pretty obvious. What
Mm-hmm.
I really struggled with for the bench role is both,
Mm-hmm.
like going back to 2-guard systems, both Veronica and Crystal start. So I couldn't pick one of them for the bench role. But I
Mm-hmm.
did Tierra, Arike, Satu, and then I did Kalani off the bench.
Mm.
Because she's
See,
been really good.
yeah, I've been struggling with that because, like, as much as I would love to have put her in there, I wouldn't even think about Kalani, to be honest. And I hate that. Hate myself for it. Don't come after me. But so with me, my original 3 would have been, because injuries are off. I had Arike, Diamond, and Big T.
Oh my gosh, I forgot Diamond. Ooh, that's a good one.
See, you forgetting, I'm forgetting. But I originally had Dangerfield, but you know what? Kalani would definitely have been my 4th if I had been thinking. So I'm gonna go ahead and pencil her in because she has been playing lights out. I love Kalani.
So
I've been
who's
high
your
on her
original
for a
3
very
again?
long
So you
time. I'm just
put Diamond
glad.
DeShields in that top 3, or you
Yeah,
had her as the
Diamond.
4th player?
She was part of my 3.
Who
She
were
was a
the
part of
other
my
2?
3. Oh, T and Arike.
So you
Tierra.
don't start Satu?
I went listen. Like I said, listen. As much as I love Satu, I had option anxiety. This is what happens when I do these little lists. I forget about players. I'm like, oh yeah, duh, all-star starter. Like, come on. But yeah, I forgot about Satu. I'm so sorry. I'm so
And
sorry.
like
Charges
in
to my head
Maddie
and not my
and
heart.
JD, very little minutes. I think Dickey played 1 minute, Maddie played 2 in the last game, something like that. So they've gone away from using their bench and stuff. And I felt like I had to do players that were having the biggest impact right now instead of my heart. So Indiana, I am very curious. Who's your 3?
Let me find where I put the fever at. Okay, so this is very interesting. So originally I had Aaliyah, Delissa, and Kelsey. And I had Lexi off the bench. But if
Okay.
I had to throw somebody else on that to come off the bench, it would be Grace Berger.
Okay. So I had the same 3, obviously. Yeah, I would have the same. I would have Lexi being in there too. But as far as the 6th player, I put Queen Egbo, even though she's not being used a lot.
Ooh, yes, that would be a nice piece.
I've liked her a lot. I was struggling between Queen and Christy, honestly, because Christy's had a good season off the bench too, especially lately. But in the end, I barely went with Queen. And I really think a Queen trade might be happening. Just want to put that out there.
I need that to
she's not getting a
happen.
lot of playing time.
I need her to go eat somewhere because she's too good.
I'm still hashing out the hypothetical trade details, but I have a deal in which Lainey returns to Indiana and Queen ends up in Phoenix. So I'm still trying to work it out. I'm also working on one where because something they said with Phoenix, sorry to go off subject because we always do, but something management said that I found interesting is they wanted to keep their playoff streak alive. So they are not going to be committing to a rebuild. They got concerned how the season started, and they want to try to bring it back to where, yeah, Lainey probably wouldn't want to go there, but she'd have a better team.
Oh.
So
Let me
she'd forgive him after she saw how the team goes. But Terrence, you're probably right. She'd probably be real mad.
Absolutely.
I understand.
Really, really mad. She would be pissed. But I digress.
Yeah, I started the digression, so. Okay,
yep,
so Indiana, Las Vegas. So this was really hard. So I had to pick 3. I did not have the 4 because obviously it would have been easy.
Mm-hmm.
Easier, at least.
Mm-hmm.
I went with Chelsea, CP3, and Asia. It killed me leaving Jackie off there. It killed me. But I couldn't keep CP3 off. I couldn't keep CP3 off.
And the original way I had it was CP was going to be the one coming off the bench, but she was going to be on the team. But since I have to do this whole new rule that we made up like earlier, and I just slept on it, yeah, I would have to say, you know, I hate that. Why would you do that to me? You know, she's my favorite player ever. God.
I'm sorry.
But I kind of
that's why I made it
Jackie
so
off of
it
team.
wasn't easy. That's what I struggled with, and at the end I put CP3. I can understand you all being like, I totally get it. I totally get you all because Jackie is like a legit MVP candidate.
He is Happy Lakin. He is. And that's what
I love exercises like this because it's chaos. I love chaos like this.
Aries. That's what Aries like. Chaos.
I really am.
Anyway, I really cannot leave Jackie off of that because like she's literally a gold medalist in the 3v3, so I can't do that.
And literally an MVP candidate, but I just wanted someone to distribute the ball. And then
what is Chelsea? Oh, a distributor.
I know that's who I have. I have Chelsea.
Okay, but
I don't have Jackie.
I need somebody to. I know, but this is the thing. You just said that I need a distributor when you already have Chelsea as a distributor. So you were trying to sneak in CP3 over Jackie because she's also a distributor.
I know. I know it doesn't.
I know that's crazy though.
I'm just. I went with a little more. I want that veteran presence, like Candace going to this theoretical All-Star game and showing why she's a legend.
I want that.
So I went with my heart. I honestly admit, but
I'll be going with my head, and like I had to take my heart out of it, and that's the only reason that I didn't put her in that top 3. I would have had her coming off the bench because logistically, who off of these benches are going to like go toe to toe with Candace? Nobody. But since in this scenario, I had to put another person that would have been on the bench, I had to go with Raquana.
Yep, that's what I did too.
Even though she hasn't played yet, but you know she's the microwave. She's gonna put up points to her.
Oh yeah, Alicia Clark would actually.
Yeah, it's
be really
too obvious.
Too. But
she would.
How many 3-pointers did she knock down in that finals clinching game? It felt like a lot.
I feel like 4 or 5.
Yeah. So having that off the bench is unfair. Mm-hmm. So those Aces fans again in our playback who keep saying they want Jewel, they want BG, your team is already too good. Let it go.
They're too stacked.
Okay.
It's fine.
LA.
You're gonna win by 50. Oh shit. Like you would have to rip my heart out and then rip my heart out right after that. Alright, so I feel like the obvious. So this really wasn't obvious. This was actually really hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I would have put NECA JC, which is this is growth for me. And Bierka because I feel like we need a little bit more size. Yeah. And for my 4th off the bench, I will put Zaya.
Ooh.
She's real springy. She can hit shots. She can play defense. I feel like that would
Yeah,
be an easy choice
I
for
like
me.
it.
Yeah.
Mine, I did JC obviously because I am one of the biggest JC fans this year because I've loved like her effort has been incredible. If we voted for the
Incredible.
whole All-Star team instead of starters, definitely put Jordan Canada in there. And I know she's not going to get
I
picked because I
did.
haven't seen her getting love, but
Probably not,
man,
but
she has had a heck of a season. Just want to give a shout out because like
career
she has
year.
been there. When the sparks haven't been on, like I have not noticed an off game from her. She's made some questionable decisions and stuff at times, but a
But
complete
not as
off
bad.
game, she has not had one this season. So
I'm very proud of her.
but I put Shanae at the player off the bench, and then I put
Hell
Lexi Brown. I did Lexi, JC, and NECA.
Yeah, you know what? It was really hard for me to leave Lexi off the team, honestly, but I feel like I needed more size than I already had.
Yeah.
So
I don't blame you because De'Erica's having a heck of a season too. Which is
she's
why
starting to come into form. She is.
This is why I've never moved LA too far because again, we struggled with this 3-on-3. That's a really good sign that we had one of the toughest times picking their team and everything. So
Absolutely.
Minnesota. I know I'm gonna make people. I don't know if any Lynx fans listen, but I know I'm gonna make people mad that like veterans and stuff. But I went with Fee.
This is gonna be funny.
I went with Diamond Miller and Jessica Shepard because Jessica was killing it before she got injured. I know people don't like her, like for various plays and stuff.
I'm fixing my face.
But she was having a good season, so I went with Jessica Shepard, and then off the bench was a lot easier. I went Tiffany Mitchell.
Big. I actually like that. Because I do have 3 out of your 4. I do have Fee, and I do have Diamond. I do have Tip. Because I feel like
I knew you didn't have Shepard.
Never. But I don't want to put McBride, but she's a shooter. She can give you a little something. So I'll put McBride.
That's who I almost picked, and then again, like I don't know, I've liked how Shepard has played. She's been a distributor. Yeah. She's averaging nearly a double per game. Like I felt like I couldn't not have her on there, and they needed.
My Shondo would not allow me to do that. My Shondo would not allow me. I'm so sorry.
Okay,
and that's really rough. Anyway, we go ahead.
You go first on New York.
Why you gotta make me go first? Okay. Anyway.
Because I went first on Minnesota. That's a tough one, Minnesota. Dorka would be interesting. I thought about her.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Dorka. I forgot about her. But if I had to pick, this is my least favorite team. It really is. Even the teams I'm indifferent on, I'm like, I don't want to do New York. But if I had to pick, I'm going Stewie, Benaja, Johannes, and Hahn.
Interesting.
I feel like that would kill some teams, honestly.
I did not consider Johannes a starter because she's been coming off the bench.
So it is what it is. She should be a starter.
But I like it. So I'm going to keep it on there because I like it. Any other team, literally, I think besides the Aces, any other team, she's a starter with how she's been playing and stuff.
Easily.
So I have her off the bench. I have Jonquel, I have Laney, and I have Stewie.
Okay.
And then I actually play Jonquel, and I don't question the impact that she has in the game. I don't care that you won that game. You do not question Jonquel's impact and say Kayla Thornton was the better decision. And anyway, I'm trying to work out a Jonquel trade too.
She clearly is not going to return, so it really don't even matter. She's clearly going to be out of there by next year, so no need to even trade her.
Speaking of trades, another thing I thought of, if they did a trade, I know it's very unlikely, but if Phoenix is trying to extend that window, maybe they try to trade for Jonquel, and we have Jonquel and BG, when we were supposed to.
My God. Woo.
played in the Olympics together. I'm just saying that would turn the tide of the season if you make a trade like that. So I don't know how it happens, but
that is scary.
I also my trade that I'm trying to work out. I had SC going to New York because then I can just have one team that's just easy to dislike, and then all the others I can be cool with. So
I like your logic in this situation. I must say,
yeah. But
make it less painful for us. I feel this
exactly
like energy. Yo, I kind of like that licking. Yep.
We'll have to work out numbers because I'm still trying to figure it out, but that gets it closer. Suprema to Phoenix, no. I'm trying to like the team BG's on. I want to like them again. So, and then I want it to be a place where SDS can come back. Or we can just get her out of there. Get SDS and
exactly.
BG out
Get
there.
it, please. I'm tired of Phoenix. Phoenix has been like gum stuck to the bottom of my shoe for a very long time. And I hated that Skylar even had to go there. It worked out great the first couple of seasons she was there, and then it fell off a cliff. And I refuse. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Free BG and free SDS. Please get them out of there.
And speaking of SDS, Phoenix, obviously went SDS, went BG. And then I went Mariah Jefferson, and then off the bench, because she's been starting, but if SDS was playing, she would be coming off the bench. I did Sutton.
You know what?
She's been having a heck of a season.
I got Suge on mine too. I must say, I love Suge, but I put Turner because defense rebound. Yeah, defense rebounding. I need it. But yeah, definitely got to have Suge on there because Suge has been killing it.
One of the
even though the team is crap.
Only stories that is going that's good out Phoenix, besides some Onion Ware games too, but it's mainly like she's been an assist machine, and I love that for her.
Yes, beautiful work, great gowns, beautiful gowns.
Seattle, who do you have?
Okay, so I got Jewel, Ezzy, Horston, and Wickham.
Interesting. Yep. I have three of the same. I have Jewel, Easy, and then Horston. But I went with Ivana Dochke. I'm sorry, probably pronounced tongue twister. But anyway, Ivana Dochke. She's actually been decent at the point guard position for them. No, it was against Phoenix, but she played a really good game. So I put her at the point position. I didn't want to go Kia Nurse. Like, they needed a distributor, and yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
Horston, I hope you feel better soon as well, because that sucks that she's injured and she's doubtful for the next game again. So that sucks.
I feel that.
All right. And then we are going to end on Washington.
All right.
You can go or me.
Go ahead.
I put Slim, EDD, and Shakira with Maisha coming off the bench.
I feel that because I kind of had the exact same thing.
So if you had Tosh.
Why would I do that?
But you had the exact same thing for Washington?
Yeah, EDD. Yeah, EDD, Shakira, Slim, and Maisha.
Okay.
It's only
so the only one we completely agreed on was the last one. That's great.
Exactly. Because we can't always agree. I love arguing with you. It's fun.
It is fun. I think we're gonna have disagreements on the power rankings too. I feel like that's why people tune into our disagreements.
Yes. So I can tell you're wrong, and then
a lot of times you're right.
And I'm right.
I am
most of the time.
You are right, yeah.
About
I'm just causing chaos
of the time.
And then I'm just trying to backtrack on what I said and stuff. So
Of course.
All right. So power rankings. Let's switch it up. Okay. Let's start from the bottom.
Okay, I feel like this is gonna be really easy. Going from the bottom. So if I'm
The
starting from the
Mercury.
bottom, easily, because what the hell are they doing?
Well, they made one good decision.
They made one good decision. Is getting rid of Nygaard. I can't come with any creative name for her because why? She's gone now. So why be creative now? She wasn't creative, so here we are at the bottom of the league. But
She had some creative ideals of when an all-star game is and isn't, even when one of her own players is there. But yeah,
exactly. And a starter might add. Just saying, I don't understand. But here we are. Yeah, it's no rhyme or reason. They're terrible. They are terrible. I hope that they turn it around or not. I mean, it is what it is.
I honestly don't.
I don't like. I want better for BG, but that's about it. Like everybody else, okay.
Yeah,
it just is what it is. I want Skylar to get out of there, but who says she even has to like play this season? I feel like she doesn't, and I don't blame her.
it would be a shame if we had to go without SDS this season. So I don't.
I know I would hate it, but like for her own well being and all of that, I would rather her just like if she needs to sit it out, sit it out.
So who do you have at 11?
I still have the links there.
Me too.
Because like I mean they beat the Sparks, but the Sparks are inconsistent. They had the Sparks number this year. I don't know why, but um they haven't beat anybody. I feel like it's like besides the Sparks that's significant enough for me to push them up there.
I agree.
Like push them out of 11. So
I love that they picked up Kiana Traylor. Diamond Miller's coming
nice
back
move.
soon. So, but I hate that players like this aren't on the roster fully, and people are going to come back and stuff, and it's not going to be what it should be for the Lynx, and that is a tanking season where you try to build your foundation and stuff. So, yeah. And LA does have Dallas, and I'm not surprised at that at all. But yeah, I have Minnesota 11. My 10 though. Sky fans, you may want to plug your ears, but I have you at 10. Because it is
I struggle
bad.
because, yeah, I struggle between them. I really probably should have put them a little bit lower and put them at 10, but I have the Storm at 10 still. And that's no shade to them at all. I feel like the Sky is a little bit more talented than the Storm as a whole.
I agree they're more talented, but the whole vibe with the room is off.
Yeah, I feel that. Like, they're losing ground very, very quickly. 6 in a row.
Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like Gardner or Izzy are coming back soon. Like, those are players that could change the season and everything, but I don't think if they do come back, it could change, but I just don't think it's going to be in time. They fell quickly because I was feeling good about them. I love like the camaraderie, like they were coming together. They were the underdogs and everything, but yeah.
It got bad fast. Really, really fast. Yeah. So, yeah, but I have them at 9, so.
Yeah. And I talked about that earlier, Todrick, but I liked it. Like, I don't think it was the right call. Like, it gets the team fired up. Knows she has their back. Yeah. I was cool with it. But,
yeah.
Number 9, I have Seattle. I know it was Phoenix, but they destroyed them. They have a good one against Dallas. So we're going to see how they do against Minnesota. I honestly think those games could end up being pretty darn good. It's going to determine who has a chance to potentially sneak into that A seed and who's going to bottom out if that ends up being a sweep. If they split it, then we're still in the same situation we are now. But I'm curious.
I feel that. I feel it.
Here I go, whatever. Go Jewel. Go McMagor.
Yes. That's all I got.
They're having a heck of a... Anyway.
But
Who
yeah,
do you have at 9?
Sky.
Scott.
I was
Okay,
yeah,
obviously.
yeah. It is what it is.
Okay, so the rest of the way, I think we're gonna be
Who
pretty
you got
darn
at 8?
close.
Maybe.
Okay,
Want me to
8.
go?
Yeah.
I got the Wings at 8.
Okay.
Have them at 8. They lost to LA twice, but I mean, I feel like Terrence said, they got their number. I don't know what it is about when they suit up against the Sparks that they just lose it every single time. It's been like that the last couple of years, so
Yeah,
I
it
feel like it's a
has.
little bad blood because also Dallas has knocked them off out of the playoffs in the last 2 years. So there's some bad blood there. So I understand them like yoking them up a little bit, but I don't know, just the Wings are kind of inconsistent. They've been blowing leads.
It's true.
It's not looking good this week, but I can't put them down further than 8th. So they're 8th this week.
We are not the same. So okay, I put
Oh,
Indiana 8th.
mhm,
I've like they play competitive like most of the season too. Like they haven't been blown out, but I'm still
mhm,
waiting for them to like spring together like a winning streak. I really did not like that loss to Phoenix. That was still pretty recent. It
mhm,
wasn't like it was at the beginning of the season or any like right at the beginning of the season. So I just
mhm,
want them to like again. I had them 6 preseason. I think they can get there, but I just want to
mhm,
see that consistency and hopefully we have a good game tonight. By the way, we will be
mhm.
on playback and it is a late game. It's at 10 Eastern. So
Yes,
if
come
you
through.
are able to stay up late, chill with us. We'll have a good time. But yeah,
Exactly.
7. Do we have the same?
I don't know. Maybe I have the
I
dream
have
there.
Atlanta.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
sweet spot. I can't put them any lower than that because I just feel like they could turn it on. They turn it on and off when they want to. So even though they had a really bad loss to the Liberty, they had a it would have been a somewhat decent showing in Dallas, but things happen. But I still feel like 7 is a decent rating
Okay.
for me
I'm
or a
with you.
ranking.
And I want to put them up higher so much after that
I
3-game
do.
winning streak against Connecticut, New York, Indiana, but
Mhm.
we've had duds.
Yeah.
No other way around it. Those last two have been duds, and I hope we get
Mhm.
it back on track on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I couldn't put us higher than 7. I feel like I couldn't put us lower either. Like 7
Mhm.
was just
Me either.
it.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. I feel
6
that.
though, I had Dallas because they
Okay.
beat us twice.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, both games they got off the pretty big leads in both of them and everything. Like, there's no way
Mhm.
that for me. I understand why you did and everything because we had the bigger wins overall this season,
Mhm.
but I couldn't put us ahead of them unfortunately with losing both games and they won both of them.
Well, this is my petty ranking, so this will be
True,
mine.
I have a petty pick too.
Yep. I have a really petty pick later on.
Ooh, we
But
might have the same one.
at 6 I
Okay,
have the Fever. We might, but I have the Fever at 6.
I
I don't know.
respect
It's
that.
just something wouldn't let me put them lower than that because I feel like they're kind of almost on a rise to be like. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't see them being a bottom tier team.
Mm-mm.
Definitely. Middle of the
Definitely
pack,
not me either.
exactly. Middle of the pack seems more like them. And I didn't want to put them under everybody else. So that's just where I got them.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
like when the pieces are clicking, they got a
Mhm.
decent starting lineup, and then they have bench players stepping up too. Like
Mhm.
Race is out; she's a key contributor, but man,
Mhm.
I like that roster. Like,
Mhm. They have a
I
great
really think
roster.
this team. I do not think it comes down to the final game of the season. I think this team makes the playoffs. So I have them at 8th right now
Mhm.
because again, I'm just waiting for that consistency. But
Mhm.
I like their team, and Melissa and Leah are starting to slowly get more chemistry and stuff. Melissa, like, I feel like her zeroing in on just what she's going to do to try to score is slowly fading. So, yeah, I don't know. I
feel that.
I feel good about them too. So I do not mind your pick at 6. So my pick. Sorry.
Hold up, give me one. Let me rock for just 1 second, because one thing you said that stood out to me is that they're not consistent yet. But I'm struggling to find a team that actually is. So
yes.
That is
consistent.
Definitely
in the middle of the pack. So nobody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, I can't really put them lower than 6
exactly,
because everybody's
Tiger.
inconsistent as hell. So yeah.
And one of those Aces games, they were close too. So yeah, like
exactly, like they almost won the game, if we're being honest. So I mean, but here we go. All right, who you got at 5?
At number 5, I have LA.
We're on the same wavelength. Cause yeah, I can't put them. Unfortunately, I would love to put them higher, but they lost the Lynx, but they like the 2 wins that they got were against the Wings, who are, they're the Wings.
Yeah.
Even though they beat them twice, it's still the Wings, so I can't put them any higher. I would love to.
For me,
and Nneka's been playing out of her mind.
Again, we talked about this before. Like, the Sparks are running the best this season when there's 2 guards that are feeding off of each other. And they lost that with Lay. That's what caused the Lynx losses to me. They just could not get it together. They couldn't make the right reads that they needed to, having that other ball handler.
Very true.
I really liked Henny. Like, props to her.
Oh my God!
Better try to find a way to keep her because she had
there's a way.
Heck of games. Yeah,
you're not gonna like it, but there's a way.
Yeah, we both agreed. Nia Clouden, even though I really like her, it didn't quite click yet. The unfortunate injury that led to Henny getting picked and stuff. Like, it's just it's the nature of this roster construction, everything that I would make the same move. But anyway, back to more positive. I've just loved their chemistry. Nneka deserved to be a starter. She is playing at extremely high level. So I'm liking that.
She's playing like a monster, and I've been loving every second of it. Because that's like, y'all already know. If y'all know me, y'all know how much I rock with Nneka. That's my girl. And she been killing it. So they've been going as she goes. Even when they're not playing well, like, she still has been turning out great performances. So that's great. I love it.
And I've completely moved on from wanting the big lineup. Like, as soon as Lexi's back and then as soon as Lay's back, I want them keeping that going. Like, if Canada goes to the bench, they bring on Henny and they still have Henny and Lay feeding off of each other and would just have that 3-guard group. Lexi and then Zaya hopefully finds consistency. Ray Burrell has actually been better this second stint too. I brought that up on playback and stuff. I'm liking this roster. I feel like they could be better than 7-7. And
oh yeah, they could definitely be better than 7-7, especially those 3 losses to the Lynx. They could have at least been 2-1, but that's neither here nor there. You know how much that bugs me.
So number 4. I understand that there was a comeback. I understand that they knocked down some shots, that they hit one with a little time left on the clock and everything, that they made the plays to win the game. But I cannot respect the team and give them full props if they were put in that position because of some really spotty calls. It's bad when there's multiple calls that Lobo's like, I don't know about that one. There were multiple ones in the 4th quarter. I can't, I hated that game. I brought up earlier, it was the worst officiated game. Phantom calls on Slim, and then the worst call. So earlier in the game, like in the first half, Laney fell down during a Mystics possession, and they immediately stopped the clock. Like, stopped the ball and everything, which is how it should be. Like, someone got hurt, you stop the play. But in the second half, I want to say it was late 3rd quarter, Shakira Austin was dribbling the ball and landed weird. And the Liberty got the ball and went on a fast break. And then they scored, and then they blew the whistle. And that just made me cussing mad. Like, oh my, that was so frustrating. And then the fourth quarter, like anytime a player was near, again, like they were calling the fouls. I understand the Mystics could have hit their free throws at the end. They had some lapses and everything where they went cold on offense for a little bit, but no way the Liberty make it to that close in the game if the refs are not helping out and stuff. I'm sorry. Like, I know I've complained about the refs before, but this was bad.
Atrocious.
So you only got to see like the second half and everything, and you were seeing it like it was really
awful.
bad. So
it was awful, and I refuse to watch it just because I know what happened. But yeah, your petty pick is my petty pick. I wish I could have put him further down the list. I really wish I could have.
Yeah.
If I could have put him 12th this week, I would have, because that like, if you got to do that to win, you're not that good. If you got the refs in your pocket like that, you're not that good of a team. I'm sorry. You're not. If you got to cheat to win, and it's so obvious that, I mean, come on now. Let's be for real.
And then if you got to be pumping up the crowd when someone is hurt and you're up by 30 points and you're in the game to begin with.
So nasty.
It's stat padding. And, yeah.
So nasty, because I didn't even get to the point where they were playing the Dream, and Sabrina thought that she want to be the villain so bad. She want to be oppressed so bad. I have no, like, so many of the players are so nasty and so rude. Not just her. She's just the main one.
Yeah.
Everybody is just, it's like, for me to not like Stewie, like, I've always been indifferent with Stewie.
Me too.
But it's venturing into, like, not liking her, and that's weird for me.
Same with Slew. I mean, I didn't really like her in Chicago, but I respected her. And it's just this whole team, like, yeah. I'm even having thoughts on Lainey, which is saying a lot, because I loved her in Atlanta. Like, I don't like this team. So
everybody's nasty and everybody's rude, and I'm not feeling this. I wish I could have put them further down my list.
This, but I am keeping this agenda until it's no longer possible. The Storm knocking off the Liberty and Stewie losing to the team she left when she thought she was going to a super team.
So, okay, this is why I want to know. Why does it have to be the Storm? Like, I understand why.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. So it could be the Fever. It could be anybody you want at that 7th spot. It can be the Sky. I'm just inserting the Storm because it would be, I love pettiness. I just, I'm just going for the ultimate petty move, in my opinion, and stuff. I know it's very unlikely.
He's a Storm fan. He's a Storm fan, y'all.
That is not true. Anyway.
It is. I mean, you could say that, but I know the truth. It's okay for him. Because he literally went on a rant last week about how much he sees it for the Storm. I'm just sitting up there like, But
I just want you all to know this is retaliation from me bullying, quotation marks.
Exactly. It's the we for me. Exactly, Tiger. It's the we.
Anyway, we'll move on to number 3. And it's the Mystics. I hate that they lost Shakira Austin. She was playing at a high level. I don't think they were using her to her full capacity before this injury and stuff, but like she was clicking, and it sucks for them. I still think they're going to end up being a good team.
Oh, they're going to be a great team, huh?
It's just people, especially in the front court, stepping up in her absence. So, but yeah, I have them at 3rd. They should have won that game. I understand they didn't hit their free throws, but like they could have won despite the refs and everything, but they shouldn't have been in that position. I can't hold. Exactly. I couldn't hold it against them. Nope. Yeah.
So. Yep. I think we got the same thing. Going the rest of this list is gonna be pretty much the same because I got the Mystics at 3 as well. Yeah, for all the reasons that you have listed. So,
and then 2, obviously the Sun.
Even with Bree going down, they're still, I feel like they got the 2nd spot locked up because they have their engine, the Autobot, who's been playing well. Even though let me rock for a second because
Okay, yeah, please.
I'm tired of this discourse about why AT is not a starter. The reason that AT is not a starter is not because she's not great. Because like even though I'm not a fan of her like at all, I feel like she's been putting up amazing numbers. That's neither here nor there. It's not just that. You have to be likable to a
For
certain
a fan
extent to
vote,
even
yeah.
for a fan vote. Like the media didn't put her high enough, and the players didn't put her high enough because that it's a weighted average. It's not just the fans. The rest of the people they didn't vote for her either. So I am so tired as somebody who does not like AT hearing, and I'm not the exception to the rule. I'm pretty much like part of the crowd
Yeah.
of people who do not like AT. And I have no problem with her not starting because, dog, like, come on now. There are so many more likable players that are out there that should have been, like, who you taking out? And don't say Aaliyah. Don't say Aaliyah. She's not the one. She's not the one to take out. Please let me
Which, by
know
the way, that
who.
discourse on Ryan not wanting that was weird too. There's just weird stuff about this All-Star
Because
thing and just
yeah, it was
yeah.
so much like they was trying to drag her into it too, and I'm like, yo, do y'all not know they like legit besties? Like, don't do that.
Yeah, they were taking
They're
pictures
very
together at
close.
the Olympic trials and stuff. Like,
They're very close. They have
yeah,
mutual friends that are close as well. So it's like
yeah,
that was
make
weird.
no sense.
But like, come on, y'all. Let's be for real. We as a constituency of fans that vote for these things, we're not just looking at likability. We're also looking at stats. But don't be fooled. Just because a player puts up great stats does not mean that we, as the fans,
Are
think
obligated.
that are obligated to. Because I would have never
Mm-hmm.
voted for her, even if she was the last player on there. It would have been Blake. It would have been Blake before I voted
I'm not
for
that
her.
low, but
I am because you know how when it comes to CP3, I don't play, and she
I
done
know.
did a little bit too much for me to ever consider myself a fan of hers. And she's not just done that with CP; she's done that with a lot of other players, and she's nasty and rude too. And I don't like it, and I'll stand 10 toes
Yeah.
down on it. I do not care. But yeah, that's my little rant. You know,
You're
I
fine.
just yeah. Mm-hmm. That's
And
all I
then
got.
number one is obviously the Aces, who no one can keep up with. Like,
Nope.
Beaver kind of hung around, but it was never in question
They
the
hung
entire
around.
game. Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
That says more
So,
about the Fever than it says about the Aces. The Aces should have won. They did. But the Fever keeping up was a great thing for them, even though they didn't get the dub. But it's like, the Aces,
that
who's going to beat
engine
them?
is churning. Like,
Like butter. Like, it's amazing. I don't
yeah.
know who's going to beat them next. I don't know. They're going to have a really, really off night. They have to have a
So,
really, really bad night.
I cannot
Mm-hmm.
wait.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you all can have Jewel Lloyd for one game because you all played
One
a
game.
Liberty,
Oh,
and
it's only right.
I just need you all to go off. I need you all to please. 40 is not enough. Do not take the pedal up. Like, please do not take the foot off the pedal. Like,
Ever.
for Dream and Mystic fans,
Let
do
it
what
go.
you got to do. 100 to
Exactly.
50, something
That would be
like
nice.
that. But do what you
That
got
would
to
be
do.
beautiful.
And then there's an Aces Sun game. That's so, yeah.
Also, whoop that ass, please. Please, for me. For me.
122 to 35. And no, that's not for the rest of the season that you get Jewel Lloyd or that you get the win by 50. So, and we do not know when Lexi comes back for the Sparks. It's a little scary,
Man,
honestly.
I don't know
Positive
what's going on.
vibes sent
Yes, all the
because
positive vibes.
that's scary. We don't know
yeah,
anything on that.
we don't. There's been some discourse that I'm not going to talk about on here, but It wouldn't surprise me, but at the same time, I'm wishing her the best of the best because she was having an all-star type season before she got.
She's back in Atlanta?
Yeah. Ooh. Well, come on then. I would love it. I just want her to be back.
No, but isn't that might just be like where she's recovering stuff? I don't know. I gotta look that up, Terrence. If you want to hit us up on the TL and let us know. Oh, it was just wishful thinking, Terrence. You can't do that. I thought she was resting at home and stuff. I thought.
Please.
I'm very gullible
right now. I can't.
I'm a troll,
and I can't look up nothing
very
right
gullible
now.
Troll.
That's it. But it's fine. We move. Yeah, we wishing all the best to
We are.
We love you. We want more. Performances like
that's when the Sparks were at the
season.
highest level, and
yeah,
they
was with that. And I need her to come back so we can put her back in the fold so we can whoop more ass. Thanks. But yeah, feel better, please.
I agree.
122 to 35. Okay,
right. And her rant was hilarious.
Scrolled up a little bit.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to say, but I don't have a lot on the Dream. I just want to see it get better this time. Like, I don't want us to have those long cold spurts. I want us to defend the three because Ariel went 6 of 7 from 3. Whew. We can't allow something like that again. So just please.
Yeah, I don't want any blowouts. Please, no blowouts. Keep every game close. So, let the chips fall where they may. Yes, Henny and Lexi. Good Lord, have mercy.
And again, like just that,
and I want to see that
rotation and stuff. Like, it would be fun.
Guard rotation is. So yeah, I don't have nothing else either. So this might be a good place to stop.
This was fun as always. Because we did go over an hour and 15 again, so it is probably a good place to stop. But thanks for chilling with us. Like, we appreciate the discourse in here and everything for our wild topics and everything. We are going to be on playback pretty much every day, so come chill with us. Again, tonight we're doing a late night one, and then tomorrow is Dream vs. Mystics. I don't know if Lakin's going to be able to chill because she might be too stressed to hang out in a dream room. But
I mean,
it's gonna be fun.
But it's all love. Lakin knows we love her.
It's true.
Come on, friend. Come stressed out with us. We're gonna be stressed too, so it's fine.
It's true.
I'm not gonna talk.
As long as you're not a Liberty fan, like you're gonna pretty much get along. And Greg Bibb, who cuts our internet. Shout out to him for cutting our internet times and making us lose connection on playback. But
exactly.
It's I'll post a link in here and everything. But it's the Atlanta Dreamin' without a G. But I'll post it in this chat and everything. But we have a lot of fun. We watch a bulk of the games, not just stream. We cover a lot of WNBA
we do
games
everybody.
And just talk about games and talk general life shenanigans as well. So, we're baby old people. Talk about those struggles and
we have a blast. So y'all make sure y'all pull up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But thank you for tuning in. I'm going to rest a little before we're back on tonight. And you do not need to bully me. That is not a requirement. So you can bully Amber. You can bully Steph.
I got you.
Bully people in the chat.
No. We know who to bully. It's not us.
No.
It's that guy right there. Hold up. Let me turn the right way. I can't turn my finger the right way. What's that guy?
Because I'm not. You shouldn't be doing it.
Over there.
So anyway.
No.
We appreciate you all again. Thanks for coming on. And we will be back next week. Hopefully the Dream at least, pull off a couple wins. Yep, exactly. Yes. Splitting. And then come enjoy pleasant commentary together and fellowship in our playback.
See, who's coming with the pleasantries? Because, I know I come with the
always
pleasantries
me.
Until I'm.
But anyway, you can come see for yourself. We will be back.
You can see who starts all the shit.
at
I'm telling you.
at 10 p.m. Eastern, and I'll post the playback. And actually, I'll do that now before I forget.
Yeah, do that real quick.
And then I'll conclude.
Terrence, you just don't know. You just don't know. You just don't know. Just pull up one time. Pull up
Thank
tonight,
you,
and you'll see.
Terrence, stepping up. I love it.
Pull up,
Leave
Terrence.
me alone.
See what
That's
he does.
exactly.
Me and Laker are not lying. I'm just say that.
Terrence, I'm not gonna lie. They're not lying. I'm
exactly.
I'm an Aries.
Exactly.
I cause chaos. I do a little on my own. You do not need to bring up food.
Don't worry about. Look, exactly. He's gaslighting. Thank you. You'll see. You'll see. Don't even worry about it. Just pull up, and we'll let everybody see, like, the mess. Yeah, just pull up. Exactly. Pineapple sandwiches. His poor wife.
I did have a pineapple on I have pineapple on a lot of things. So.
And coconut flakes.
You do not need to bring up my good food taste that I just have a more expanded palate. But we're gonna leave it on here.
We standing with Steph on this. I'm so sorry, but go ahead.
Anyway, I was just gonna say, join us on playback. We'll probably have a lot more shenanigans. Hopefully, the people can keep it close. More. And we will see you there. Bye, y'all.
See y'all later. Bye.